Hey, 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 everyone. What is up? How are you guys? Hey, Azelle.
Hi,
Hello.
Huh?
I'm here.
Hey,
Been a while.
I know. What is up? How have you been doing?
I've been launching my course for the second time, so I've been crazy.
Oh
um,
my gosh, that is
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it's been cool. Thanks for your post about like set up your domain. That was important. It's
Oh,
like,
you are very welcome.
oh my God. I like set it up right away. I have all my events, so like none of my ads were affected, but I was like, thank God for this program. It's just like,
Oh my gosh, no, of
oh, but
course. Oh my gosh, hi, Leanne. Nice to finally talk like face to face. I know a lot of people and guys, like, just FYI, we're having internet issues because like our internet is super slow because of all the ice and stuff that's been going on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apologize for that ahead of time. Doreen, oh my gosh, like one of my mentor's wives is, well, not one of his wives, but his wife is on here. I am completely honored.
Oh
Hi,
my gosh. Well, I'm so glad to be on it. I'm not putting my face on because I'm eating and listening at the same time.
hey, we don't judge here. Like, we have a lot of fun here, and that is the whole point of cocktails and conversions. We pour ourselves a little drink. I've got a little whiskey drink. I know Jeff would be proud.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, so her husband Jeff Moore is one of my mentors, and oh my gosh, like, if I could give credit to people who have helped me grow my business, her husband, complete credit over everything that I've done. So you guys have her husband to thank for me doing this kind of thing. So always,
So
always
sweet.
humbled.
He's a good guy, but you're a good
Oh,
gal. So
oh my gosh, yes. And Doreen actually has a really amazing product. Doreen, actually, you're new to the call. And I'm going to open this up for anyone who's new to our call. Why don't you
okay.
introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what your offer is?
My offer. Okay. So I'm new to being an entrepreneur. Over 30 years of experience working as a high school counselor, helping high school students and their parents navigate the college prep and application process. I'm about a year and a half into being a solo independent. So I work with high school students and their parents. And so I'd really just simplify the process. And my business is College Prep Roadmap. And I've designed 4 years, step by step, season by season, year to year, or year by year, of what to do, when to do it, and why you're doing it. So you have a successful journey. Bam. So I don't have my elevator speech because I can just chat forever. So that's kind of
Yeah,
pathetic.
no, that is perfect. Like, so many people need that. Like, I wish, like, oh my gosh, I'm about to age myself, but man, like, I wish back in 1999 that was around, because I remember like filling out the FAFSA and all of these different forms and being, oh my gosh, like, luckily I have skills to play basketball, to where all the colleges kind of like were like, hey, we want you to play for us. And so I lucked out on that. But a lot of my friends, they were like stressed out about like all of the application process. So you definitely have an offer that I like. Every time Jeff talks about your offer, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I know my mom would have been like, I wish Doreen was around.
Aw, yes, so that's it. But thank you. Thank you. I'm really honored to be a part of this fabulous group and connect and learn. Most importantly, walk away with some great takeaways. So thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Is there anyone else who's new to this call? Don't be shy. Like, everything goes on these calls. Like, you guys.
Hi,
Laura. I'm new to the call. I haven't been to this one, and I've been to your program for almost a year, I think.
I almost don't believe that, Giselle, because I feel like we've been talking for so long. Like, these calls are so fun, guys. Like, don't, like, there are no rules here. Like, if you want to interrupt, and like if you want to, like, if someone else is like going through the thing and you're like, hey, I'm gonna raise my hand and ask questions, like, that's what I love about these calls. And so, yeah, Giselle, why don't you introduce yourself to everyone and tell us what you do and who you help?
Great. So I am a business coach and marketing strategist. I help people put their business with a good messaging online. I help them attract their clients with ease and flow. So that is what I do. And I do have, for the very first time now, I have a course. So I get my clients organically through Facebook Live. So pretty much your organic strategy right there. So on point. And I have just built a course. So now I want to run ads to my course. That's why I'm here. And so we always talk because we've been connected as friends forever. But now I'm upping my game and I'm going to start running ads.
I can't believe this is your first call, because like, and this is the thing I always tell you guys who are in the $7 program, the more that you ask questions, the more that you show up to the calls, the more I'm like, yeah, like I become familiar with your business. And so it actually helps me help you better, right? So today,
I think I've been to other ones, but not to this one specifically where you coach people. So that's my very first one.
Oh, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. We're gonna have so much fun. And I'm actually looking at Alex. Alex, you haven't been to the call yet, and you're on my list first.
Yes, I'm super excited to be here. Do you want me to introduce myself first?
Yes, please do.
Okay, cool. So I am an online business coach, and I'm the founder of the Digital Legacy Builders community. So basically, kind of similar to Giselle, I help people build communities organically, specifically using Facebook. Yeah, that's basically what I do. So my group coaching program is my offer, where I'm helping people become the go-to digital leader and build their movement and community online.
Yeah, absolutely. And so tonight your question is about running a challenge. I know a lot of people are like, well, should I have been warming up my audience and doing all of this stuff? Well, yeah, but you know what? That's not the end all be all. And so like a lot of agency clients who will come to me, they will come ready for me to run their ads to like a cold audience. And I will say this, it works out really good. The first question I have for you is, have you had a chance to go through the lead generator strategy in the ads clinic yet?
Yeah, can you specifically, I think I've gone through all the videos at this point. Yeah.
Okay, so there's one in the ads clinic. It's underneath my 5 favorite ad strategies. And by the way, you're in good hands. I run challenges for a lot of my agency clients and my students. Like that's their jam usually. So walk me through, like, so you're getting people into a challenge. What is the end all be all? Like, you're getting them into a challenge. Are you taking them to a paid event? Are you taking them to a phone call? Tell me a little bit about what happens after they go through the challenge.
Yeah, so I'm basically starting them in the free Facebook group. That's how I'm getting most of my challenge people. They're going to a private challenge group. From there, they're going through the 7 days. And then I invite them on the 8th day to like a graduation webinar where they're either going to opt into the lower ticket item, which is typically like a workshop, like a $97 to $200 workshop, or they are booking in like an accelerator call to go into my group program, which is between 8K to 10K.
Okay, this is perfect. So I think you're gonna like this. So one of my agency clients, she is running, she does a challenge, and what she does, and this is what's really, really cool, and I love being able to explain these numbers. So we spend about $2,000 every time we do her challenge. Now, here's the thing about that. She has, like, when people opt into her challenge, right? She has a $19.99 workbook that she promotes as, hey, do you want to get the most out of this challenge? Download my workbook that's actually going to help you keep all of your ideas, because what she's trying to do is helping people like kind of brainstorm their course. Because at the end, so let me give you a little bit more context. So she gets people into where they could brainstorm their course, and what she ultimately wants to get people into is her high ticket offer for a done for you course service. Okay. So what she does is she actually runs cold traffic, and we do this all the time, but we also run warm traffic, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But what we're doing is this is what her funnel looks like. So she is sending people to a 5-day challenge. Now, on day 4 of that challenge, well, let me back up one bit. She's running people to her free challenge. She's giving away a workbook as a tripwire. For those of you guys who don't know what a tripwire is, it means that like she's getting people to opt in, and on the thank you page, she has some messaging that says, hey, thank you so much for registering for my challenge. I have a workbook that is literally going to help you keep track of everything that we're doing, right? So we're liquidating her ad spend with a $19.99 product. Then what she's doing is we've got her challenge filled, right? Usually we typically spend about $2,000 and we get between 300 to 400 people into that challenge. Now, our main goal is to get people on the 4th or 5th day of that challenge into a $97 event, which sounds like kind of very familiar to what you're doing. And that's what made me think of it. And so what she tells people on the 4th day is like, hey, you could keep going through this free challenge, but you know what? I'm hosting an event for my private clients and you guys can get a ticket for half the price. And so she's selling it for $97 to everyone who hasn't been in the challenge. She's selling it for $197. She gets people into this event, right? That's happening on the last day of her challenge, but she's using day 4 and day 5 of her challenge to actually promote people coming into that. Then at that $97 workshop, she's actually upselling people into a $6,000 product. So that's kind of her flow. And so what I actually have done inside the $7 program is if you guys go to the ads clinic and under the lead generator strategy, that is the exact ad strategy that I'm using for her particular, because here's the thing, lead generation is ebooks, it's challenges, it's webinars, it's pretty much, let me actually mute everyone just because someone's on here really loud. So whenever we say that, like lead generation, right? Because in those 5 strategies, I've got lead generation, I've got low ticket offers, I've got discovery call accelerators, I've got retargeting, I've got audience building. If you have a webinar, or if you have an ebook, or if you have a challenge, right? Those are all lead generation strategies. And so like the strategy that I've laid out, and I show you guys step by step how to actually set those up and with my 5x3 campaign, that's all in that strategy. Does that make sense, Alex?
Yeah, it does. And I don't know if I actually forgot to mention this, but for my Tripwire, I'm also doing like a VIP experience. So it's only $27 because it's the first time I'm trying it out. So I'm going to give them all the recordings. Plus I'll do 2 coaching calls similar to this on like day 4 and 5. So I don't know how that would kind of play into the strategy that you just described.
That's amazing, because here's what I love about that. Okay, this is what I love about that is you're moving them from something that is more automated and like in a big group setting to getting them into a more intimate setting to where you can give them more personalized coaching. And that's why I have these calls. Like I'm being totally transparent right now. The reason that I have these calls with you guys is, one, to help you guys move through the content, right? Because this is something that I don't feel like there's so many Facebook ads courses, but how many of you guys have ever taken a Facebook ads course and have just felt like, oh my gosh, I've got so many questions that I have nowhere to go for answers, right? And so that's what I love about what you're doing, Alex, is actually creating a low ticket form of some kind of platform to where they can actually get personalized help so that they can feel what it's like to actually get coaching with you. So I love that. And so what I would do is I would run cold traffic, but I would also run warm traffic. Like, for instance, like I ran an affiliate offer for some of Amy Porterfield's affiliate partners. And Amy, like literally before we run anything for her, she like literally is like, we have to do audience building. She does not launch anything to cold audiences at all. But here's the thing. Like most of my clients who are coming in with like in my agency, we're running cold traffic all the time and they're doing fine with it. There are just some coaches who just prefer to run warm traffic because it brings down the cost per lead and it helps with conversions, but it's not one of those things that it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't do this, now I'm going to fail. That's not the case at all. Because especially with you, Alex, the more you're going to do this, the more that audience is going to compound into warm audiences.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I'm struggling with the warm audience because I've done some with like my personal profile and really not that much with my business until I started getting into your coaching. But I have a Facebook group of 2,000 people who are very, very warm. And I've been leading them back to my business page now and like getting on that more and more. But I guess that's where I would struggle with like targeting warmer.
So let me ask you this. Whenever you're bringing people into your Facebook group, do you have some type of like graduation framework that you're bringing them through?
How I'm getting people to the next level is through like the challenges that I run every month.
So do you think that so let me ask you this. Do you think it's more profitable to run ads, getting people into your Facebook group and then running these challenges within your Facebook group? Or do you think that it would be a better, and this is only something you could answer, right? Because I've not worked with you and known like what your conversion rates are, but here's something to think about. Will it be a better strategy for us to run traffic to your Facebook group because your Facebook group is so engaging? Mm-hmm. Or would it be better for us to run cold traffic to get people into a challenge and just graduate them straight into that event that you want them to get into?
So I'm not sure, only because like, I guess how I'm thinking about my Facebook group now is like, even the people who don't buy, like that's where they'll sit as like a warm lead, where I'm showing up and like doing trainings, and I've had people like a year later come back and buy because I keep showing up.
What is your conversion rate on your Facebook group? Like how many people do you have and how many people have you converted to the next level?
I don't know that number off the top of my head. So
I would know that, like, that's one of the things, like with this Facebook group right here, like I automatically know that you guys, each of you are worth $364 to me. That goes like between 360 to 370, depending on how many times that people come into here. And I also know that this group converts 54% to some of my other offers. And so those are some numbers that are super important, right? Because people are like, well, if you're running Facebook ads for a $7 program, how profitable are you? I'm like, well, we pay about $7 or $8 per $7 member, but every $7 member is worth 300 and something dollars. And so those are numbers that, and not just for you, but for everyone who's on this call needs to know. It's like, okay, if I'm getting people into my Facebook group, what is the conversion rate of people coming into my Facebook group and going to the next level? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I need to get those numbers and do more digging on that.
Oh, you guys are going to love what I have in store for you guys, because like, I am going to be like, I know that I hit you guys over the head with numbers all the time, but it is about to get even worse, because like the more that I'm like teaching my students to do the math, the more that I'm seeing them excel to that next level.
Yeah, that's really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Let's see, Alex. Let's see, that was the first one. Let's see, so you didn't put your name in the actual form, but I'm probably going to butcher this, but you spelt it Punit Colors at Gmail. Is that person on this call right now? I don't see anyone that would be named that. Let's see. Okay. Let's go to the next person then. Let's see, because we have some really freaking good. Oh, Leanne, that's my girl Leanne. I feel like I've been talking with you all week long, so I feel like I already know you. What's up, girl?
Thanks so much, Laurel. Yeah, I have a ton of questions, but so the first one I think was, well, we're only going to do the one and then we can hit up again later, but I've got a situation, kind of a different type of online opportunity where we do attraction marketing on different social media platforms. We have a training in place with our community and a free webinar. So within the attraction marketing, we try to get, it's a lead magnet, right? You get the email address and then they opt into our lander and then go from the thank you page where they can watch a specific replay of the webinar, or they could watch a live version on it twice a week. So my problem is I've got my business page on Facebook and, my personal profile and stuff. I use Business Manager. I've been advertising for about 2.5 years and it's just been a money pit. So I think I have, like, I watched some of your videos where you're saying the black hole.
Yes, big black hole, big black hole.
Like I get the leads, not all good quality leads, because I've been targeting, like I've done lookalikes, I've done lead gen, I've done engagement, I've done, retargeting now on my specific leads. I've got a pretty substantial budget in from what I think, I'm dumping anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 a month and literally getting nothing. Like I get the leads, but I'm not getting the buyers. So they're opting in, but they just aren't going to the buy-in page. I think they're hitting the thank you page and looking at the details of what they need to do. But from then they just either they're not interested, they don't watch the webinar, they don't understand. So I'm getting really frustrated. I ran some numbers though. I wasn't like, after I watched your videos, I know what I want to make per month. Now I couldn't determine based on this type of business, my offer, should it be what we charge for them to become what we call a buyer to actually find out more about our product and the commission structure? Or should I look at the further cost of what it is to become a distributor of our business opportunity?
So what is the first thing that you're trying to sell people into?
To find out more about the product and the commission, because we don't talk about any of the product. So that's $149 US.
Okay, so did you get my email? You're the one that has the 149 to the 5,000, right?
Yeah, the minimum price is $5,000
That was me.
Product.
Oh, Beth. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this sounds so familiar. I was like,
I think Leanne and I are in the same business.
We
Okay.
probably are. Yeah, there's a lot of distributors. There's this is a global community.
Mhm.
Hey guys, me too.
38 different
wait,
countries.
who else is?
Leanne, Beth, meet me. I'm Orphy. I think we're on the same business.
Yeah.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Nirmala, I don't know if Nirmala's here. She was going to join. So we're all a part of the same community.
Okay. So
and-
here's what I would do is, because you guys have like that first price point, right? The 149. I would try to optimize to break even on that 149, right? Because the 5,000 is actually the back end. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Right.
So let me actually bring up that calculator. I know did you get that, Leanne? I think you had asked for it. I think
I did a print screen. I was going to make my own, but I know you said in your video, I mean, obviously because we're in a video, that we could have copied it, but there wasn't an actual option to do that. So I was going to do my own, but I'm pretty good with Excel, but I didn't want to make any mistakes on this because it's come down to the crunch for me. Like this is make it or break it.
Yeah, no worries. I think I responded to your Facebook comment about it, but you probably didn't get it because I think I just did it.
Okay.
Okay. So your offer price, like I would do it based on. I'm glad I'm like knocking out 3 birds with 1 stone, right? Well, everyone's like doing it. So it's 149, right? That's what I would optimize this calculator for, because here's what we're trying to do is we're trying to break even on that front end offer, right? So what we need to figure out is, has any of the 3 of you guys ran ads on this to see how much your cost per lead is?
Well, my numbers that I ran, like I've got 2 conversion ads running right now. One, they're both on lookalikes. So my cost per lead is anywhere from $580 up to $750 per lead.
So let's just play it safe. Let's just do $8,
Yeah.
right? And your offer price is $149, which on an offer about $149, I'm expecting probably about 5%. And so based on here, so if we look at this, right? And this is if anyone wants access to this calculator, just let me know. I think I have it somewhere in the $7 program, but I'm not sure. But I know I reference it so much. This is the same calculator I use with my premium students and also my agency clients. Like whenever I'm doing my strategy call, I'm like, hey, like here's how to make realistic like what your goals are, right? So if we have like a $2,000 a month budget, right? And our offer price is at $149 and we're paying $8 per lead and we're converting 5% of those leads, right? Because here's the thing, I'm pretty much saying like anything under $300, I want to say I want to get 5 to 10% of sales. And with $149, 5% is probably in the lower end of the bracket. I probably want to see more like 7%, but we'll do 5% just in case. But so if we spend $2,000 and we average cost per lead is $8, like what you said is we're overshooting it, right? Because you said you're getting anywhere between $5 and $7.90 or something like that. So we're just overshooting it. If 5%, we could expect 13 purchases. So that's how we know how to calculate what our ad spend should be. Now, the reason that you might be getting such a high cost per lead is because your cost per click might be high. Like on your ads, what is your CTR all and your CTR link click through?
On the one conversion, I'm at 3.35, and on the other one is 1.95.
Okay, so are you talking about your CTR all and your CTR link click through, or are you talking about two different ads?
Well, I have two conversion ads both running right now.
Okay, so let's take conversion ad number 1. The CTR all is what on that one?
CTR all is 8.52.
Okay.
And
And then what is the CTR link click through on that one?
3.35.
Okay.
And the lead cost on that is $5.83, if it matters.
Yep, it does. Thank you. And so on conversion ad number 2, what are your numbers for your click through rate all?
3.95.
Okay. Still not bad.
CTR link is 1.95.
Okay. And then your cost per lead?
$7.52.
Okay.
And that's specific to a 30-day calculation.
Okay. And who's your ideal audience by chance?
Well, I see, this is where I think I'm struggling. My lookalike audience is based on leads that have come into my funnel.
Okay.
So from those ads, those would be like people who want to start their own online business. There's no specific targeting to what you said, going through the analytics of figuring out different groups and stuff. So it's mostly been like people who want to start an online business, who want to retire early, maybe parents who want to stay home, kind of less like a lifestyle targeting. So
okay. I already know that niche very, very well. Between $5 to $7.52. That's high for that niche. So my guess is that your offer on your landing page isn't very strong. Can we take a look at your landing page?
Yeah. See, and that's where I was struggling earlier, because our community has different landers in place, and we have masterminds weekly and stuff, and so
here's where that might be going wrong, is that there's a lot of people offering the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
So that's why I changed my lander to kind of make it more like my lifestyle. I don't specifically say in here that, earn money online and blah, blah, blah. I'm really trying to focus or regroup it as what I can teach you and how you can learn different things from our community with using social media. So being a business owner, a coach, and then enter your names here, hoping that my cute little puppy.
So this is going to be a good lesson for everyone. So scroll up. So if you scroll up a little bit, Leanne.
This is the first page right here.
Yeah. So leave it right there. So this is what we would call in the marketing industry above the fold, right? So there are 3 things that we need to have when people land on our landing page that is going to make it a high converting landing page. The first thing, which you have, is who am I, right? And you have a business owner and a coach. That's good. Second thing, right? Because when people land on things, we have to answer 3 questions. 1, who are we? Why are we here? And what result will we get if we move forward? You're missing those other 2 things. Like if I land, like I'm a coach and I'm a business owner, but above the fold right here, you're not telling me anything about, if I enter my name and email, what value am I going to get? Like, what am I opting into? Like, I don't even know. Like, watch our complimentary masterclass. I don't even know what that means, right? And so what you want to do is so what is the problem that this is solving? And we can write this right now. What is the problem? Because I've got 3 of you guys on right now, and we can knock out all 3 of y'all's landing pages right now. So what would you say is that this masterclass, why am I taking this masterclass? Like, what am I struggling with? What do I want to do?
Well, I was with my lander, it's kind of like scroll down, but I don't think people do. I don't.
You don't
And
want
a
to
lot
scroll like that's the problem is like you have 2 seconds when people land on this page. And I will say this with very much confidence. It doesn't matter what's below this. It all matters about what's above this fold.
Okay.
So what am I like? What am I? Why am I doing this? Like living life as an online business owner and coach. Okay, I'm like, okay, that's me, but why am I watching this masterclass? Like, what's the deal with this?
Okay.
Like,
yeah, and some of the landers that they supply do give more specific details, but I was like, we don't have control on finding out what the percentages of our conversion on our lander.
It
And
doesn't matter. You still haven't told me if I enter my name and email, like what value am I going to get here? Like why am I here? You haven't told me why am I here? Like if I click over here from an ad, if I'm looking at this right here, I don't even know why I'm here, what I'm opting into.
Right. Okay. I'll get that changed. Then I'll have to do
But what is it? I can write it for you. I just need to know like what.
Oh, sorry, hon.
I'm trying to make your life easy. I'm like,
I know. Hey, well, to learn how to use social media to start your own online business.
Okay. Like literally like living life as an online. So is that not for people who are already online business owners or coaches? Like this is someone who's like starting and doesn't have an online business right now.
Yeah, they're brand new, right? Like they want to change life. They want to earn more money online, work from home, using social media. And this is the problem is because we can't disclose, we're not that transparent on our landers. We can't disclose the product.
You'll definitely get shut down, but you can say, hey, on this free masterclass, I'm going to show you how to use social media and be able to like that's where I need help filling in the blanks. Like if I'm going to use social media, we can't use, like make money online. We can't use like those kinds of things, but we still have to come up with one, write the offer. Like you've probably seen my video, like how to write. We're missing the offer and we're missing like the 3 bullet points. Like if I join this masterclass, secret number 1 or bullet point number 1, what am I going to learn? Like you're going to learn how to go from 0 to creating an online business that will help you do X, Y, and Z. Bullet point number 2, I'm going to help you do blah, 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 right?
Yeah, and I think I have that further in here where I just need to disclose what they're going to get, right? What you'll learn, so people aren't scrolling through this, obviously.
This is too vague. Like we need an offer, right? Remember how like in the how to ensure ad success training, I'm like, you don't want to have an offer like Instagram mastery or start your online business. Like you want to have it very specific. Like if you watch my training, like let's say like your name of the course is Instagram mastery or whatever. That's not your offer. Your offer is learn how to get your first 3 customers with only 12 Instagram followers, right? Like very specific. So it's like, what do we want? Like what can we promise? And that's the reason why your cost per lead is so high, is because you're not clear on what I'm going to get if I opt into this. Like we can optimize the heck out of this, but it's so confusing over what I'm about to get.
Right. Okay. Well, I know what you're saying, and it's just a matter of coming up. Sorry, go ahead, Beth.
No, I was just saying it's just a matter of tweaking it, because on my lander page, I have how to become a business owner with an internet-based business. Is that good enough or is that vague?
So have you ran Facebook ads to that yet? Has that been approved?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that is really good. I like that. We just have to, like I said, be very careful because Facebook really, really hates when we use keywords like start your own business and that kind of stuff. But if Beth has already cracked the code that is going to allow you to actually use that kind of stuff, like definitely like tap into what she's doing. But you see how much more she was very specific in what, if you watch this masterclass, you're going to learn how to start your own business by being a social media expert.
So Laurel, this is one of my business partners. This is a lander that I used to have and I got rid of it. So what's your opinion on this one?
It's so much more clear. This is like, we're helping thousands of hardworking people to switch it up and become online entrepreneurs with no previous experience. Now, now I'll be totally transparent. If I was an ads manager, I would be really worried about running ads to this page because it does sound like an online business opportunity that might not get approved. We have to be very, very careful with people starting online businesses and all of that stuff. But I like how Beth's was very, very clear. Like, we're helping people do this, you know, with the like, and you're going to learn, like, what I do love about this landing page right here is like marketing training, how to use social media to get high quality customers, sales systems, how to find and use automated systems to close the sales for you. Like, you could even say something like, use my own automated system to be able to, you know, create this client attracting machine that's done for you, right? Like, it's just, we have to get very, very like specific to what we're promising in this training. Like, in this free masterclass, I'm literally going to give you a business that you can plug and play and use for yourself. I'm going to give you my funnel. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that. Like, it has to be very specific on what we're trying to do.
Okay. Yeah, because I just, I think the biggest thing for me is that I can't get enough leads to convert, right? Like, I ran my numbers and in 6 months I've dropped 10 grand and I don't have one buyer.
It's because this landing page is not good.
But
I mean,
you know what's weird, Laurel,
and I'm just being blunt, right?
No,
Like,
it's totally cool. I appreciate it. But the thing is that 90% of the leads that I get, I'm registering myself. They come through, you know, ask for more info through the ad on the Facebook. And then I reply and say, hey, I'll send you a message. And then I ask for their email. So they're not even seeing the lander. And it's like, that's when you said the black hole from actually, because we have an email automation.
But here's the thing. This is the problem with these kinds of things is you're getting leads, but they're not going to be high quality because this kind of landing page attracts people who are looking to get rich quick and not build a real business.
So do you think they're actually looking at this lander before they actually ask for info and give me their email address that I register myself?
I think the reason that you're doing that is because you're probably putting out really good content and you're probably selling it really well. This landing page is not going to be something that's going to convert a high quality person. I'm just being real with you right now. Like, this is the type of landing page that attracts low quality people.
Okay. So what's your opinion on this email campaign marketing thing that they do? Not that I can change it, but my unsubscribed ratio is like 1,000 people have unsubscribed. Within like a month.
It's because and not to like put down any like business opportunities like this or whatever, but it's because businesses like this fail to teach you guys how to put together valuable content. Like, we have to operate this as if it's like our own business, and just sending out like having a copy swipe and that's why I'm not a big fan of like the copy this sales funnel or copy like this, because it just people that the types of these the type of people that these kinds of offers attract are just not high quality. They're just people that bounce around from one offer to the other trying to get rich quick.
Mm-hmm. Well, we do have a lot of community members that are just crushing this, and that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I'm
saying that. But here's the thing: is a lot of people in this space will say, "Yes, we're crushing it," but they're not revealing their real numbers. I mean, and
no. I've seen T4s. I've seen their T4s.
Okay.
Because in our community, we have a weekly mastermind and just for our community owners, and we have
so
a private.
Know how much they're? So do you know? Are you very clear on how much they're paying per lead? What they're getting paid?
That's the problem.
Exactly. That's the problem. Is a lot of people can come in and show you numbers, anything that they like. Trust me, I've been a part of these types of groups and I've seen it all. And not to poo-poo anything that these people are doing, but a lot of these systems are not transparent on what's going on the back end.
Yeah, and the product itself, like, I mean, you know, I dropped 10 grand, right?
Tell me about it.
So and I'm not, you know, I'm I'm in it. But I mean, at the end of the day, if I can't get to making my return on my investment, like I shouldn't say that. I've got my return on my investment, but I do not have my return on my advertising. Like I am now pushing about 25,000 in ad.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of it, right? Like I'm just like,
Well,
enough.
it's because like, and this is the thing, like, and I'll be totally transparent with you guys. Like, whenever I came from the television world and I started this whole business, guess who preyed on me? Like people that were a part of these affiliate programs. Like, and I will totally 100% admit that I fell for the first one because I wasn't a part of this online world. My marketing background is in television and all of this stuff. And someone saw an opportunity like, oh my God, this girl is really good at social media and we're going to get her to join this program and join this thing. And once I started seeing the back end of this stuff, I was like, this stuff is complete bullshit. And only the people who are making money are the people who are really good at marketing and making money. And not saying that you guys will not make money, but you guys have to crack the code on how to make this highly valuable for your audience who really needs it. Like just saying you're going to make money online by dumping this, like it's not right. Adding value to me. And so that's where we have to figure out is like, okay, this is a system where people are wanting to leave their jobs. They're wanting to have this. What is some realistic things that we could promise these people to where it's not just, oh, the people at the top are making the money and then the people at the bottom are barely breaking even. And then the new people coming in, it's like, how do we make this sustainable for everyone? Right? So the very first thing that I got locked into was a software called Online Sales Pro, which was like the way that they taught us. And here's what was my saving grace. My very first online venture, I started going live every day, teaching people how to do Facebook ads and all that stuff. Well, this company called Online Sales Pro, right? It is one of those like before ClickFunnels and became big and all this stuff, like this funnel builder. They weren't teaching people the real way to market. They were teaching people how to recruit people to start an online business versus teaching people how to actually use the software that was of value to people, right? Online Sales Pro was this amazing software company, but the way that they were bringing in people into their affiliate offer was teaching people how to sell it by selling people how to make money online. While at the end of the day, they actually had a really good software product that made a very simple sales funnel. And so the reason I'm telling you guys this is that when we come into like whether we're an affiliate for ClickFunnels or an affiliate for Online Sales Pro or the product that you guys are having, we have to come down as what is the problem that this thing is solving that has nothing to do with making money online? What is the market that needs this type of product? And it doesn't have everything to do with, oh, I'm going to quit my job and make money, right? Mm-hmm. Online Sales Pro was actually a software that helped people build sales funnels, but Online Sales Pro was not teaching me how to market to people who needed a sales funnel. They were teaching me to market to people who wanted to make money online. Does that make sense?
It does. And in reality, ours is only a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it's a real specific niche of people, right? And if you don't have the time or the, like, you know, if you don't put in the effort of doing it, you're not going to make any money. You're not going to be successful. And
like, I think giving a people a system to be able to make money online is awesome, right? I'm not poo-pooing this whole idea, but we have to find a way to utilize the software and at the same time give value to people. It's like, okay, if people want to quit their 9-to-5, is there a way that we can work this system that you guys are using into a way that doesn't just turn into them recruiting more people to make money online?
Mm-hmm. And
what is the real value behind it, right? Is it software that's going to, you know, is it a training system or is it, you know, and the reason that we're spending so much time on this is because I do see so many people like, you know, falling through this, like this cracks, you know, it's like,
yeah,
no, like all the products that are like all these information products that teach people how to make money online, there is some value to it. But the hard part is trying to figure out how do I add value to my customer without just selling it because they want to make money online.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. And like I said earlier, I'll probably end up doing the the 197 so that we can have a little bit more one-on-one.
I know I appreciate this. And like I said, like, you guys know me, I'm transparent. I'm completely like, I joined one of those programs too. And honestly, this program right here wouldn't exist if I wouldn't have joined that program, because I learned so much about what was being taught. And I was like, I'm going to give people a program and I'm going to design my own program. And so, you know, it's just one of those learning experiences. And so that's why I'm like, I see value in so many things, but it's just so hard to try to figure out, like, okay, without knowing the back end of what's going on, because I've seen leaders like show people the back end of stuff. And like, honestly, like if you guys saw the stuff that I would see in back of the ClickFunnels group, like I'm an ads manager and I've got non-disclosures, but like, if you guys only knew the true stories behind those 2 Comma Club winners, like there's a lot of let's say just miscommunication and not truth telling going on behind those winners.
Yeah, misconception for sure. Yeah,
because people will say, oh, I made $1 million, but you know what, most of the 2 Comma Club winners are poorer than all of us. They might have made $1 million, but they probably have like $900,000 of overhead, you know? And so that's where I like try to find okay, like I need to stop comparing myself to all of these people and, you know, try to teach people like that there is a realistic way to help people. And if you and I had like a lot more conversation, like between, you know, me, you, Beth, and let's see, who's the other, Orphe, is that how you say your name? Like if we could probably figure out that there is real value in that, but they're just not teaching you guys how to market with that value.
Yeah. Well, I'm into it because I mean, like I said, I'm so far into it now, I can't quit. I got to try and get my money back.
I completely like what I would do. And this is for all of you guys, like Beth and Orphe and, you know, Leanne, I would write down everything that business has brought to your life. Like what has made it easier? What type of shortcuts has that business given you? Like, what has it taught you? And I would say, let's create a masterclass that's based on that. Like when I first came to this company, like I didn't know how to do X, Y, and Z. You don't even have to name the company. But before, I didn't know anything about online marketing. And then this training platform literally taught me how to do blank, blank, and blank. And I'm going to teach you all of this on this masterclass, you know, and like start leading with value. It's like, because at the end of the day, all of these products have value. It's just hard to figure out like, what is the real value versus teaching people. Like I always tell my students, take out the how to make money online and is there value after that?
Yeah. And I've got a couple ads and one, I think that's sort of where I was going with the ads, right? They're both video ads, but I still just can't understand why they won't convert. I think it's, I don't know what it is.
I just told you,
I'm here with you.
I just spent 30 minutes telling you why it's not converting.
No, I know, hun, but I mean, I'm right back to the square one. Is it the flipping content that I'm talking, or the lander, or
it's your landing page? Like, there's no like I'm not getting any value out of it.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no meat and potatoes.
Yeah. Well, I'll continue with what I'm watching, and then for sure take a review of that and see if I can.
I would definitely love to meet with you guys on on a different call and just kind of like hash that stuff out to you, because there are ways that you can make that work.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm
there.
That
would be awesome, Laurel.
And especially if there's other people in this program that are trying to sell affiliate programs, I think maybe just having one call with everyone who's trying to sell an affiliate program, I think would be very helpful.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, us three can reach out to each other and then make
it.
Laurel.
You're very welcome. Is Emma on here? Let's see. Is Emma? No, Emma. Okay. Let's see. Andre. Is Andre Chandler on here? No. Let's see, Nirmala. Did I say that right? Nirmala. Is Nirmala on here? That's such a pretty name, Nirmala.
Nirmala's from our community too, Laurel. She's not here.
Okay.
She's from our community.
Oh, awesome. Wait, I see Andre on here. Andre Chandler. You're here. I see you. Or maybe they're on mute. Yeah, you're on mute, Andre.
Laurel?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Beth. So I asked a question. I have a conversion ad and it's only getting likes and not converting into leads. But however, Facebook Ads Manager says that I have this much number of leads. And I don't understand what that's all about because
Yeah,
I'm
let's
not
take
getting
a-
leads.
Yeah, let's take a look at your ads. Because we need to take, because here's the thing, if we're not choosing the right objective, Facebook's gonna deliver exactly what you tell it to deliver. So if we're not telling it the right objective, we
How do I
so
do?
let's take a look at your ad and what the goal is.
Okay, how do I do that?
Yep. So just go ahead and share your screen.
I don't know how to do that. It says share screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I can't find it.
Yep. Everyone who filled out a form, please, please, please have everything ready to go.
Okay, here.
Yep. There we go.
This is the one, the conversion, lemonade conversion.
Okay. So tell me what you're trying to do and what is not working out.
So this is an invite to the webinar, right?
Okay.
And it's a conversion campaign.
Okay.
And it says I have 251 leads. However, it's only generating likes and not leads, really.
What do you
'Cause I
mean?
would know-
Does it not? What do you mean it's not generating leads? Because it says it's generating.
Yeah, I know. It says it's generating leads. The leads that I am expecting it to generate is, the names and the email. But
Right.
no,
So where do you have the lead? So the only way that it would be generating leads is if you might have the event conversion on the wrong page.
you know what? I was looking at that earlier this afternoon. It says conversion event location is website. And then conversion.
So you want to put the lead conversion event on the thank you page, meaning you want it to only,
the thank you.
you don't want to put it on the landing.
Yeah, that's it. You're right. It's a thank you page. Yeah.
Okay, so if you're not getting, so do you not have 251 people who filled out their name and email?
No.
Okay, that means that you have this lead conversion event on the wrong page. Can you post in the chat your landing page for me?
Right now?
Yes, in the chat box.
Okay, let me see.
We're gonna check to make sure that you're, because if you don't have 251 leads, then that means that your lead event is installed on the wrong page.
Okay.
But Beth, don't forget, we have the first opt-in rule, so you might not be the first opt-in.
I know, but still 251. I didn't get a single one of those 251, which I find strange, right?
Okay,
I
and
mean,
you've gone through your junk email and all that stuff?
yeah.
And is your pixel
only
firing on your thing?
It's only generating likes. It's like it's social proofing, but not really giving me the names.
What kind of, are you doing a lead form, or are you doing, what kind of, I mean, obviously you're doing a campaign for leads, a conversion event, but
That's
something's not right with the way that you've set up your events.
Yeah.
Yep. So what's your URL for your landing page?
This is it.
BethForsyth.com.
Okay, and then so when
I'm-
people put their name and
I'm,
email in, okay, so I'm not seeing a pixel on this at all.
It's on the thank you page. The pixel is in the thank you page. So I'm going to put it in. Oh,
Yep. Throw that in the chat.
Is it in the chat now? Oh, it's
I'm not seeing it.
that's weird. Okay, let me do that again.
But you should have a pixel on this page too, though.
In our training, it says to put the pixel on in the thank you page.
You want to put the pixel on every step of your funnel.
Oh. There we go. It's there. I put it in the chat now.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. Take a look at this. Okay, so your lead is in the right place. Is there no other place that your lead event could be installed?
I don't understand the question. Sorry, I'm new to this, so I.
Yeah. No worries at all. So the only reason that your lead, like you haven't gotten a single lead, are you positive, like that this is not like once people become a lead, where does their name and email end up?
It gets automatically sent into my inbox.
Okay, because this is optimizing for leads. There's no way possible that you've got 251 leads that Facebook's tracking and not a single lead has come in. That's not like, I've never seen that in my entire 12 years of doing Facebook.
I know this is the second conversion campaign that this has happened to me. The first someone
is either ripping you off of leads or something has happened because like if you've gotten 200, so one of two things is happening. One, your CRM is not giving you the amount of leads that you're getting, or two, there's multiple places where your lead pixel event is firing.
Whoa, okay. Because this is the second, as I was saying, conversion ad that that Facebook has said I have been getting leads, but I haven't. Never...
like I said, either you have the lead pixel event firing on a page that is not this one, or two, your CRM is not delivering the leads that you're getting. Because there's no way that you have 251 leads and not a single lead. I've never seen that. Like I've seen like if I do a lead generation campaign, yeah, Facebook might say I have 200 leads and I really have like 150, but I've never ever in my entire career seen that like
Facebook zero.
251 and you have 0 leads.
So now the reason, so what I've done is I've reduced my daily ad budget on this ad just because it's just generating likes.
So here's my advice: turn off your ads. Right? Because you're wasting money by not, if you're like not, you need to figure out, like get with your company or whatever, like you need to figure out like where that lead conversion event is happening, because one, either your CRM's not working or there's a lead pixel event somewhere it doesn't need to be.
Okay. All right, I'll do that. So if I turn it off, though, it's gaining traction in terms of social proofing. So that's one of
social proof doesn't mean anything if you're not getting the results that you want. Social proof doesn't mean shit if you're not getting the results that you want, right?
Okay.
You guys love me for being honest, right? Like I'm like lead costs don't mean shit. Right? You can get fucking 99-cent leads all day long, but if those leads never convert, like
I know,
right? Excuse my language. I've had a whiskey drink. Well, a little bit of a whiskey drink, but I'm like, right? It's like too many people like they're like, well, I'm getting this. It's vanity metrics. Like at the end of the day, I want you guys to be making money, and if this isn't not making you money, it's like, let's turn it off and figure out why it's not making you money and then turn it back on so we can make money.
Okay.
You're
all
no,
right.
you're no use to me unless you're getting results, right?
That's the bottom line, actually, of course.
Like,
Okay.
gosh, I
because
want
I've
every
been-
single person on this call to be making money, so you guys will give me a badass testimonial. God.
Thank you, Laurel.
Yeah, no worries. Like, and you know, between you and Leanne and Orphe, I think if you guys like just kind of like went through your funnel together and was like, okay, like maybe you have the event installed somewhere, either that or someone's stealing your leads. Like your CRM is not giving you your leads. Like there's something that's, and I know enough to where if you have 251 leads and you're not seeing them on your back end, something is wrong, I promise.
Mhm. Yeah.
Beth,
Okay.
I'll just integrate there for a minute. Beth, you can reach out to me in Flock, and
Yeah.
I can help you because I'm a coach. So
Okay.
I can
Oh,
get it
thank
to the
you.
back end.
Thanks, Leanne.
No
That's
worries.
why I love when people in groups like join my program, because it's so helpful.
Okay. Thanks.
You are very welcome. Like you guys know, like I'm not gonna like this is not a program I'm gonna be like, good job, you got to, like I'm gonna be like, okay, out of those 300 leads, how many people bought, right? Like I get people all the time, like, and it's funny because, you know, like especially being a part of like the ClickFunnels group and everything, there are always people who are questioning me because like sometimes people will be like, well, Laurel's clients get like $25 per lead. I'm like, yeah, but you know how much money my clients make per month? Like 120K, right? Like minimum of my clients. Yeah, like my agency does not get the cheapest leads whatsoever, but all my clients are making 6 figures a month. So that's why I'm always like, it does not matter your cost per lead. Like if your leads are not converting, doesn't matter, right?
Mhm.
Let's see. Ariel. Oh wait, no. Let me go Orphe first. I don't know. Orphe might not want to talk to me now. She might be like, I'm gonna go Orphe and then I'm gonna go Ariel.
Laurel, yeah, I have to attend to church at 6, so I have to go now. Sorry. But I've
That's
learned
okay.
a lot a
That's
lot from
okay.
you today, because like the two ladies here, obviously we share the same business. So what you have told them and taught them today, I definitely, got golden nuggets from it. So we have the same problem. So I think, yeah, I don't need to show my stuff, because it's basically the same with theirs.
Well, let's all three work together and put you guys put a landing page together that is gonna, one, add value to your audience, and two, like, because there is a way to do it. It's just like putting our heads together and figuring it out.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I just have to go because I have to go to church. Thank you.
Yes, we do not want to make God angry.
Have a good night, guys.
Absolutely. Good night, Orphe.
Yeah, bye.
Ariel, are you here? Let's see. I've got Ariel and I've got Olivier. Is Olivier here? Oh, I see Olivier. Is that how you say your name? Olivier, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I'm from South Louisiana where we speak Cajun, and Olivier is like a popular name here. So I was hoping that was the way you say your name.
And Portier is French, right?
Yes, it is. Let's see. Olivier, what was your question? Let's see. Oh, yeah, you were the one with the exclusion on the connection. So what Olivier is trying to do, so tell everyone what you're trying to do, and then we'll talk this out.
I got scared because I realized that Facebook was adding the same leads to my Aweber account.
Yep.
So, and I always panic and I went, how do I exclude things? And you were generous enough to teach me a top of funnel exclusion. So I did what you said so there's 3 ways of doing this. So I did what you said, which is create a custom audience of the last 180 days of every page of people who went through your funnel. That's number 1. Number 2, I took everyone who is on my Aweber account and uploaded them on Facebook to get a custom audience to exclude them. And that's the other part that I wrote you about, is when you go into audiences, connections, and exclude, you can go at the bottom and it says combination of exclusion or something. And then you click exclude people who are connected to your Facebook page. And when you look at the definition, it says anybody who engaged with your page. So I went, woohoo, any kind of engagement, views, or whatever. And when you do this, then it changes and it says excluding people who liked your page. So I was confused. Is it just people who like your page or any kind of engagement?
Yeah, so the connections means anyone who is connected to your page through likes. Now, here's an easy way to solve your problem. If you, and this is something that I do, so whenever I'm launching like a 5x3 campaign, like, you know, I know with Alex, we were talking about that earlier. So whenever I'm launching a campaign, I do something that's called an ice cold test. And here's an easy way to exclude people who have ever like had any touch point with you. I always, whenever I'm doing my ice cold test with my $7 offer, what I found is that if I launch it and I don't exclude my warm audience, Facebook will end up showing it to a lot of people who are already in my warm audience.
Right.
So what I do is I create a custom audience of people who have engaged with my page or any ad in the last 365 days.
Oh.
And then I just use that one audience as my exclusion audience, and it takes care of everything that you just mentioned.
So when I try to exclude people who engage on every page throughout my funnel, I think the limit was 180 days. So you're able to go further than that to try.
Yes. So this is engagement with your page. Remember, the pixel audience is only 180 days. But the on Facebook engagement is 365. So if we create, so whenever we go to create our custom audience and we choose Facebook engagement, not website engagement, Facebook page engagement, we create that custom audience of people who've engaged with our page or any ad. So if you toggle that, the little thing, it'll say engage with page or any ad in the last 365 days. That'll take care of everything that you just said.
Thank you.
Makes
Super.
sense?
Didn't know that.
Yeah. That is like whenever I'm doing like my, like I said, like my $7 program, I don't want to get in front of people who've ever saw me ever. And so that's one of my exclusions that I do is exclude it. I exclude everyone who's engaged with a page in the last 365 days or ad.
That's awesome. Thank you. Did not know that.
Yep, and it's one. It's just all one audience too. You just have to toggle it whenever you choose custom audience and then Facebook page, and then toggle, because I think it's default to anyone who's engaged with your page. But if you click that, it'll toggle to anyone who's engaged with your page or any ad in the last 365 days.
Thank you. Super.
Yeah, that is a real, no, that's a really, really good question. And that works really, really well. And I already know who my last person is. I haven't seen this person in a really long time. Hey, Susan. Yeah, I saved the best for last.
There we go.
Yeah.
It has been a long time. I'm surprised you even remembered.
Oh my gosh, no, you had the website that taught people, well, that did actual website graphics and stuff for people.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Are you still doing that, or is a new venture, or?
I am doing that, but I am also pivoting right now, and I've teamed up with a fellow designer who also is teaching in the local community colleges, and his wife is an artist. He's an artist as well. And I've been looking I went through the Jeff Walker product launch formula class.
Yes.
And he teaches all about launches, and particularly for courses. And I really found that niche very interesting, and I've been looking for an opportunity to launch a course. So James and I got together, and James knows how to teach all of this. I'm not a tech person. He's a tech person. He knows how to teach all this tech stuff. And we decided to have our niche being teaching artists tech so that they can market their products. A lot of artists, I mean, we're artists, and they don't have that tech knowledge to really market their products. So
I love that. I freaking love that. That's awesome.
Oh, fantastic. So we are just getting started. Now, Jeff is really big on generating email lists.
Yes.
That's how he sells his products mostly. And I know you're not, especially. And I've been following you, I've been following him. And we're just trying right now, we're just at the brand awareness stage of just letting people know what we're doing. And I'm just wondering how to do that. Locally, James and his wife are pretty well known, and they're in several groups, and we're putting out posts, Facebook posts to all of those groups locally. But we're going to need a much bigger audience than that. And I boosted one post to Missouri and Illinois, to artists and art museums and galleries and stuff like that. And spent $10 for 3 days. Okay, not a big investment, just wanting to get the word out. And it was a video. It was his first lesson, teaching people how to use Canva. So
Ooh, I like that.
yeah. So my question is, Laurel, how do I go about this in terms of, right now, my goal is to develop an email list. Is that the right goal, to generate an email list and then, you know?
Absolutely. And I think that this is going to open up a really good conversation, Susan, because people think that I'm not really into list building. That's not completely true. And here's why. I'm into list building, but I like building a list of buyers versus, and so this is something that a lot of people ask me about, because every Black Friday I do a $1.97 offer, and I get a lot of flack from the high ticket coaching, community. But I do that because I know every buyer on my list is worth X amount of money. And so here's what, and take this as you want it. So a lot of people try to, like, okay, Laurel's got the $7 offer, right? She should scale by starting an email list. And so here's the thing. I created this offer. It was called, actually, you guys all have access to it. I created an offer called Fix My Ads. You guys all have access to it in the $7 program, because that's where I ended up putting it. Because what do you think did better when I started a lead gen campaign versus my $7 sale campaign? I was getting leads for about $3 and getting $7 sales for about $4.50. I was like, what do I really rather, right? Generate leads or generate sales? And so take that as you guys want to. I do build lists. I find it more comfortable to enroll people into the $7 program versus enrolling people into an email list that I don't really care to nurture, unless, like you guys know, I'm not going to send you an email unless there's something super, super valuable to give to you guys, right? So it just depends on overall, Susan. Like, let's talk this out. Like, what do you want to happen with this new venture? Like, overall, like, what is the end goal for you?
Okay, definitely income.
Okay.
That's a big end goal for both me and James. And certainly serving this community. And what I see is, and we haven't really formulated what our funnel is going to look like, what our offers are going to look like. We know this community doesn't have a lot of money to spend, so like.
What would you say is this community's number one problem, like in the online marketing space?
I think it's overall branding themselves of, we've talked about creating, teaching them how to create a package, a branded package that they can have, a gallery postcard, a business card, a label, just a whole package that would brand who they are.
Okay.
Also a very simple website, kind of a portfolio website.
So are these things, because I only know because I've worked with you before, is there something that you can put together that would be a plug and play for them that you can sell them? Like for that first low ticket offer, like let's say you package something up for $37. Let's say it's something that they can plug and play with their gallery postcards and a plug and play website that they could literally take your template and just like, here's what I have. and then start with that as like kind of like a low ticket $27, $37 offer where you only have to do the work once and you could sell it to many people.
Huh.
Because it would collapse time for them, right? Like that at the end of the day, like, and this is something that I've been working with my mentor a lot. And it's like, he's always like, how can you collapse time for your $7 members? How can you collapse time for your premium? How can you collapse time for your agency? Like, and so we're consistently trying to come up with products that collapse time. Like for everyone who's coming into the $7 program, in the last month and a half, like my upsell is literally like swipe all of my retargeting strategy, blah, 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 right? It collapses time. They could just swipe and plug and play into what they want to do. Almost everyone who's bought my program in the last month and a half has like literally took the $17 upsell. I'm like, wow, how much money have I left on the table over the last 2 years of offering this program without doing something like that, right? But that's something that I'm learning myself, and that I'm learning is like, how can we collapse time for the people who need our help the most? And I think, because I know your talent, Susan, I think something like that would be like awesome. Like, and that your crowd wouldn't mind paying $27 or $37 for, so that you get them in your ecosystem, right? They've already given you their credit card. They've already given you money. It's only a natural progression. So if you collapse time for them and help them with this one thing, who's the first person top of mind that they're going to be whenever they're like, you know what, this website was awesome, but I need to add a couple of things to this website. Susan, can you do this? Can your team do this? How much is it?
Mhm. Right, right. By plug and play, do you mean that it's kind of a template that they would then put in their own particular logo and graphics and such?
Exactly. So it's like, so some of my students that I work with, like Korean Matt, they literally have created all of these website templates and they sell them. Obviously they sell them for a much higher, because their ideal audience are these high ticket coaches. They sell them for like $4.97 and people are buying them. $4.97 for these plug and play logos, because it's like one of those graphic packages in a box. You could do that for the art community. Like we know that as artists, you don't have time to develop a website. You don't have time to do this marketing. You know what? We did this for you. And for $27, you can get all of our templates that you can plug and play. Then on the back end, Susan, you're also getting the affiliates from whatever, software that they have to buy in order to plug and play into this.
Mhm. That's true. That's true. That's a great way of thinking. How do I promote this though? I mean, is this a Facebook thing?
So you have to, so here's my thing is, because I know that you have like a very small ad budget, I would build the templates and I would literally put out videos or articles like, hey, here's how to attention artists in St. Louis. You're in St. Louis, right? If I remember correctly. Are you in St. Louis, right?
Yes.
I would be like, attention St. Louis artists, we've put together your website template. All you need to do is plug and play. And right, they click on that ad, it takes them to this beautiful website. Your website could look like this in the next 5 minutes. All you have to do is click here.
And how would you get the word out about it though?
So via Facebook ad, I would literally just run it to St. Louis and I would like just put in some artist targeting. You don't have to put much thought into it. It's very, very simple. And just like have and this is the thing, do a traffic campaign, right? You're just trying to get traffic to this website because you have a very low budget. I would just drive traffic to this website to where they can read the article on how to do it, because you and your team are really good at writing those articles. So we're like, hey, here's all of the essentials that you need to have on your website. You can go and build this yourself, but guess what? My team and I have already put together a template that you could swipe right here, click the button. They click the button and boom, it just loads up into WordPress or Kartra or whatever software program that you've already used.
Do you have any suggestions about any software programs?
I see a lot of people selling like WordPress templates and stuff like that. I think WordPress is good for like what your people would be trying to do versus ClickFunnels and Kartra and all of that fun stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Mhm. Because you and your team, like that's your like magic sauce, is like designing these, graphics and these websites. Because here's the thing, like the gallery postcards and the website, that's all stuff that can be templated out that you could just like give to people. You have to build that first though, and then create the content that's going to drive people there. And it doesn't take a lot of content. Like you could literally write one article that's like, like what we were just saying, attention, St. Louis artists, plug and play into this website. We've designed it for you. And then they go and they click and they read the article, 3 things that every artist website needs to have, and then you're putting in all of your magic sauce, you're showing them stuff that you've already done. And hey, don't want to have the time to build this yourself. We've already built it for you. Click here.
How do I determine a price? How do I figure out what's not too much and what's not too little?
I hate to give you this answer, but just go with your gut.
Okay.
I'm one of those people that believe energetically that you have to believe in your price. And it's only because like my spiritual advisor told me that one time, because everyone was pushing me into this like high ticket world. And I was like, my gut was just like, no, I want to stay with the $7 program. I want to stay with the $197 a month, right? Like, I think you were in my $197 a month. That's still there, because like in my gut, it was telling me that's what I needed to do. So as much as it sounds woo to say that, I just believe that your pricing is all about like, what are you comfortable in charging people?
And so are you saying that keep it local to St. Louis and just see if this is an offer that flies before we go beyond this area?
I personally would, only because, and here's why. Because you could actually do a process that's getting these local people in and offering them an upsell to come into your office, right? Hey, you could buy this for $27, but as an upsell, right? Because you could do an offer bump and say, hey, you can do this yourself, but how about you come into my office and me and my team will actually do this for you, and do like a $97 consultation to where they come in, right? It gives them an opportunity to have some FaceTime with you guys. And then when they come into their office, you're giving them like a website blueprint or something, and say, hey, you know what? We can take care of this for you, and it's only X amount of dollars. Then once you have the magic sauce, then you could scale it to wherever, and then you start doing virtual meetings.
Uh-huh. Right. Okay. So, so then you're I think the focus is getting the customer first, getting them interested, getting them involved.
Yes, that is the main selling point. Like that is the whole point of this $7 program, right? All of you guys who are on this call right now are experiencing what it's like to get live coaching from me, right? Like you guys are like getting that. And so the more that we can put ourselves in front of our audience and show them what it's like to actually work with us, the more people are going to be like, I guarantee you after this call, there's going to be at least 2 or 3 people that are going to be like, what is the link to your $197 a month program? Because they see what I can do, right? I'm showing you guys, like I can literally take your idea and I can either teach you how to market it, right? Or teach you the ads to push to be able to make that happen. That's the number one thing, is like that first offer has to be like so freaking amazing that people are like, I can't believe Susan is only charging $27 for that. Right? Like that's what people say, like with my $7 offer, like I cannot believe that Laurel is like actually like, but that's what that I feel like I can't help people unless I'm doing this. Like I don't believe I could just really, like you guys know that I don't have a Facebook ads course that's just like do it yourself. It all comes with this.
Well, because there's always pieces missing. I mean, as many courses as I've taken, it's really hard to do it yourself. There's always something.
Well, it is. Well, even with what you offer, it's hard to do it yourself. Like I'm sitting here, I still don't have a website. Why don't I have a website? Because like it's hard. Like people will sell all these templates and stuff. And yeah, I could like, I have a website. Like if you go laurelporte.com, like, yeah, there's a website, and I plugged and played one of those Kartra templates or whatever, but I don't know if I did it right. I don't know what I'm missing. I don't know what the SEO, like I don't have any SEO or anything like that, right? but I know the value of that. But no one has ever approached me and said, hey, Laurel, I've been looking at your website. Do you know that if you did X, Y, and Z, I would pay attention to, by the way, if anyone has that offer, if anyone looks at my website and is like, I can help you do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to listen to you, right?
How interesting. Yeah, I thought it's all been by choice for you. That I know, Facebook has been your primary avenue of marketing.
Not anymore. Like, you guys are going to see a big shift in the $7 program, especially because last year, and I just did a Facebook Live on this, because a lot of my agency clients last year fell victim to the whole Facebook hammer of, it was election season and artificial intelligence were like approving ads and all this fun stuff. Almost all of my client accounts were like shut down for a because most of them use ClickFunnels, and ClickFunnels, the domain, which I think is what led to this whole domain verification thing. There was a phishing scam that there was this company using the ClickFunnels subdomain, right? When you have like laurelporte.clickfunnels.com or whatever. That's my inkling as to why all this verification is going on, because someone was using a ClickFunnels subdomain and was using it as a phishing scam. So when Facebook ads started shutting down all these ClickFunnels accounts, it was because the ClickFunnels domain got flagged in their system. So all of my client stuff came to a halt, but thank God, I am a part, and Doreen knows this, I'm a part of an amazing network of people who were like, Laurel, you need to make sure that all your ad clients are taken care of with this omnipresent strategy. And so over the last year, I have been like getting all my clients on Google, all of my clients on LinkedIn, like having this, and I'm going to teach you guys all of this in the $7 program. So don't worry. So if you're about to leave because you think you've learned it all, don't leave, because I'm about to like add in my entire omnipresent strategy where we're going to be doing YouTube, we're going to be doing LinkedIn, because I don't want you guys being dependent on Facebook advertising.
Wow, very interesting, Laurel. That's very interesting. Yeah.
So, but do you see where it's like, I'm using this low ticket offer, right? I have fun with it, but here's the thing. I had my agency, well, you know this, you were actually one of my very, early on agency clients. Whenever, like, what was I charging back then? Like $4.97 a month. Everyone here is like, oh my God, $4.97 a month. She was only, yes. Like, what was it, 2 years ago or whatever? Like Susan was, so that's why I know Susan's business and I know her capabilities, because I've seen the amazing things that she's done. But I've also, like, there are so many things that I know that you can do that's going to help clients, but we have to at least establish some type of offer to where you're going to make money, right? Okay. So that's my only fear with telling people, oh, you should do a low ticket offer. I always want to make sure that someone has something on the back end too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I have a lot to think about, and
I knew I was going to throw a lot at you, but I think, these are the kinds of conversations that I think is not only relevant to you, but for everyone listening too.
Absolutely, Laura. Well, thank you so much. Can I ask you one technical question?
Absolutely. I'll see if I can answer it. Technical, I am not very good at technical, but I will try my best.
Oh, this is right up your alley. About cost per lead and cost per click. How come different ads cost different amounts? What's the criteria there?
Yep, absolutely. So are you talking like cost per like traffic campaign versus cost per conversion campaign, or just give me a little bit of context?
Yeah. Well, when you say it's going to cost you this much to get a lead, or and if you do it this way, it's going to cost you this much. What are the variables involved in that?
Yep, absolutely. So the way that we choose objectives, right? Whether we should optimize for conversions or reach. So the two conversion objectives that, well, I guess there's three. There's three conversion objectives that I use the most. One, video views, right? You guys know I am a huge fan of video views on top of funnel. Second objective is conversions. The third is reach. So I love using video views for brand awareness and nurture. I love using conversions if I am trying to convert people to a purchase, right? Top of funnel. And I love using reach for anything retargeting. I actually learned this from Russell Brunson's ads manager, John Parks. I did his ads one time, and which is ironic, right? He does Russell Brunson's ads, but John Parks also has this other company that does roses and bouquets and stuff like that, which is very random. But he taught me, he's like, anytime that we're doing retargeting for Russell Brunson, we're always using the reach campaign. And I thought that, I was like, tell me a little bit more about that. And he was like, we use a reach campaign because anytime you're retargeting people, you've already optimized for that top of funnel, like conversion, whatever you want them to do, right? If you're organically bringing people to your sales page, right? People are visiting your sales page is because they're genuinely interested in what you have. Let's say you are using the conversion campaign to try to get purchases and all these people are visiting your sales page, but they're not buying. Facebook's already optimized for the purchase, top of funnel. Or we've already optimized with the organic traffic, getting people to that sales page. So why would we want Facebook to try to make that decision on who's likely to buy when we've already done that top of funnel? And I was like, holy crap, that's so freaking smart, right? And so for the past 2 years, 95% of the retargeting campaigns that I do are reach. But there is a small percentage that I do use conversion campaigns for retargeting, and that's only if my client is spending like thousands and thousands of dollars on a campaign to where we have like 30,000 people in a retargeting audience. And so the reason that some campaigns are more expensive than others is just the value that Facebook is putting on them, right? So why I like to do video campaigns, like just kind of for awareness, because think about this, like people who need what I have, like Facebook ads. A lot of people, like if I'm going to go after Amy Porterfield's audience, right? A lot of marketers are going after her audience too. But here's the thing. Most of the marketers that are going after Amy Porterfield's audience, they're optimizing for conversions, which means Facebook's only going to show their ad in front of about 10% of Amy Porterfield's audience because only 10% of her audience is deemed to convert. I like to show video view campaigns in front of those people because I'm reaching 90% of an audience that marketers are not even paying attention to. So therefore, whenever I'm creating lookalike audiences based off of people, right? So I'll do a video campaign and I'll send traffic for people who like Amy Porterfield, but I'm not competing with the conversion audience that all the marketers are using. I'm competing with the audience that a lot of marketers are actually ignoring. So therefore my CPM cost, my cost per 1,000 impressions is much lower. Therefore, I can create a custom audience of people who've watched at least 25% of my video, then create a lookalike audience based off of that. And therefore, when I launch my conversion campaign, it's a cheaper campaign because it's a unique audience that Facebook has designed for me, and not all of the marketers are targeting that same audience. So that's how Facebook is optimizing different audiences and how we could rig the game to get lower cost per 1,000 impressions and actually make our ads more profitable.
Oh my gosh, there's so much strategy involved in this, isn't there?
Lots of strategy, but that's what I'm here for, right? I'm not here to teach you guys like the short term, like, and there's 2 words that you guys are going to hear me say in 2021 over and over again. One, cookieless, right? How many of you guys would be freaked out if Facebook did away with the Facebook Pixel? Who's not afraid of like the Pixel going away? I'm not, because you know why? Back in my days of television, there were no Facebook Pixels to market. I had to market I had to learn how to, market to people like using commercials. You can't target. I mean, yes, you could pick the like program that people are shown, that the commercials are shown, but I can't tell CBS to go and show my commercial to only these people, right? And so I'm actually excited that Facebook is like creating this kind of, because I think it's going to get, oops, I think my camera just went out. Let me stop that. I'll actually put on my webcam. Let's see, will that work? There we go. Okay. So I'm actually excited that, you know, Facebook is like, okay, we're going to like stop the shortcuts here, right? Because people have become dependent on two things, right? They've become dependent on the Facebook pixel, and they've become dependent on the Facebook platform, right? Those are two things that where it's like crack, right? Marketers are like, I can just install this pixel and create all these audiences, where now I'm like, we're getting back to the bones of marketing and the things that made marketing fun for me back in 2002, right? When I first started in television.
So are pixels going to be eliminated?
I have a feeling that the way that the pixel is going to work is going to be very different in the next year. Now, is it going to be different this year? No, but we have a good opportunity. And you brought up a good point earlier, right? List building. I think that that's going to become really important again. Whereas Frank Kern's invisible list that he kept, you know, like saying, oh, I build an invisible list. I think that the more that we could build our ecosystems, the more it's going to be important moving forward. Because think about this, if Facebook decided to go away tomorrow, I'm pretty sure every single person on this call would be able to find a way to find me and be like, Laurel, Facebook just went away. What the hell are you doing? Right?
And you wouldn't be out of business.
I would not, no. Like my agency clients, like I no longer just offer Facebook ads. Like everyone who comes into my agency, we're doing an omnipresent strategy. I do not let clients who only rely on one platform because it's too much of a risk for me.
Yeah. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you, Laurel.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Andre, I think you like missed whenever I called your name a while ago, so I'm going to circle back to you and make you the best for last, even though Susan's my girl.
Thank you, Laurel.
I think you're on mute. No worries. Hey, I came back to you a while ago. I think you were probably doing something else. I was like, Andre Chandler. And then I saw when you turned it. I saw when you turned the camera on, I was like, oh, he's back.
I got a phone call, so yeah, I just had to take it. And yeah, one of those things. Yeah. All right. What valuable information you're imparting today. This is so good. So
I love
good.
it. I love it. No. You guys know I love this stuff.
One second. Sorry.
I'm gonna clear my little, I've got a little whiteboard too.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So I shot a question off to you, and I don't know if either you or your team got it.
My team actually deleted it because when I called your name a while ago, you weren't here. So if you could just
got you.
But I remembered. I remembered. I was like, Andre Chandler, he's here somewhere.
Right. Yeah. Good memory. Okay. So I'm in Builderall, and I'm one of the founding members. Yeah.
Well,
right.
Congratulations.
And,
that's a really good platform. That is a really good platform. A lot of my students in my premium program use it. So
yeah. You know, and it has finally arrived after 3 years of like pain, really, you know, working out all the bugs and everything. And now we're in actually 4.0 going into 5.0, but everything, it's arrived. So I feel comfortable now promoting it. So one of my questions was that I'd like to promote it on Facebook, and the spokesperson for Builderall now is Marshall Silver, and he's a master hypnotist from back in the day. Like he's like on David Letterman and Sally Jesse Raphael and all those shows, right? Oprah Winfrey even. And so Marshall Silver is doing these like hypnotic videos, if you will, like these sales videos, and they're really good. And the thing is like, I'd like to brand myself and, you know, not him so much. Like, you know, I'm going to be using his videos, but I need to brand myself. And like, I got like domains like webpreneur.com. I got incomeplan.info, incomeplan.club, incomeplan.blog, so I want to kind of work with that. And the reason I went income plan is because it doesn't sound like make money, and all that kind of hype, right? It's like an income plan. It's like take it or leave it, right? I'm not like saying, hey, you're gonna, make money overnight, and which, as you know, just doesn't happen. So I want to work with that. And I'm wondering if Facebook is going to like kind of snub the income plan, even because it has the income in the domain, and or
So
on my brand.
Here's what I would do with that. Only because I know the back end of Builderall, because a lot of my students use it. What I would do for you, and I think could be highly profitable, is if you created plug and play templates, right? Because you can build those like in Builderall, to where you build the funnel and the emails and everything. I think if you went after a certain niche and was like, here, like use my plug and play system that already has the emails, it already has the sales pages, it has everything, and market it to either course creators or agency owners, right? Like application funnels or whatever, that already has everything built in. I think you could like rock it with Builderall by doing something like that versus trying to compete with what everyone else is doing. Remember, it's all about collapsing time. Because do you know who Miles Beckler is?
No.
Okay, so your homework, go look up Miles Beckler. He is one of my very favorite affiliate marketers to follow. He basically is an affiliate marketer for pretty much every program, and all of his videos on YouTube are like, here's how to use this WordPress plugin, here's how to do Facebook ads, blah blah blah. Like he gives away the farm on everything, only because he sells all of the templates that he's already built. He's amazing.
Oh, brilliant.
He's brilliant. Yes, he really is. Like he lives in Sedona, Arizona, and he like will teach people how to do Facebook ads.
Nice.
I actually like mirrored whenever I first started in this like space. I came across him and I was like, this dude gives away everything. How is he making money? He doesn't have a coaching program. He doesn't but it's because he makes like his money on the affiliate offers of teaching people. Like he's got this one free, it's on YouTube, it's a playlist, and it's like how to build your own funnel without spending like any money on ClickFunnels or something like that. And he teaches people how to make a DIY funnel using WordPress. And how does he make money from that is because he's using the Divi plugin for WordPress, and so he's getting money from that. But
sure,
videos are just so freaking amazing. And so I think anyone who's doing, like, I know Leanne and Orphe and Beth and you who are doing like these affiliate offers, I think you guys could really learn something from someone like him, where it's not about making money online. It's just helping people solve problems, and he's just giving them the things that are going to help them collapse that time.
Right. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so Miles Beckler, I will absolutely look him up.
Yeah, because if someone sold me, and this is like one of the things that I'm about to launch, because like my agency rocks and rolls with doing discovery call funnels and getting people on discovery calls. Like my agency will spend $5,000 in ad spend, and all of my clients are getting people 40 to 70 book calls a month, and they're making in between $80,000 to $120,000 a month, right? So I'm like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to package all of that into a funnel, right? And so I'm going to give them the emails that my clients are using. I'm going to give them the ads, everything. And I'm going to teach them how to actually make it work for themselves. But it's a plug and play system along with a mastermind, right? Because there is some coaching involved, but you could do something very, very similar where it's like, hey, I've got this amazing like thing where you could literally swipe my lead magnet funnel, and it comes with all the emails. It comes with all of this. It's very easy to put together stuff like that. And that's what I love about Builderall and all of these softwares that come as a plug and play product.
Yes, that's really good. Very good.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I am almost out of a voice tonight. I had all of my my coaching calls today, and then I'm ending it up with this, and my whiskey glass is almost done. So you know what that means. Time for another glass of whiskey, right? But man, like you guys had like so many amazing questions tonight, and this is like literally, don't tell my premium members, although some premium members are on here, but these are my favorite calls because like, and a lot of people are like, well, how do I get results with your $7 program? Show up to these calls, right? Because like you guys get live coaching, you guys get me one-on-one pretty much, right? You don't have to pay for my premium program. You can get one-on-one coaching. Just show up to these calls, go through the stuff, use those 10 on T posts, right? Like in the $7 program, like find those 10 on T posts. I will tell you exactly what you need to do and everything guys. We're going to get through this together. Like I said, I was where you guys were, you know, at one point, and so I understand everything, you know, that overwhelms you guys. And don't be afraid ever to be like, Laurel, can you do a training on this? I would absolutely be over the moon to do a training for you guys on whatever you guys want to do. I'm totally transparent. I'm happy to show you guys anything that you guys want. You don't have to pay for my premium program. If you want extra help, obviously you pay for my premium program, but I am totally transparent on anything that I'm doing. So awesome. I appreciate all of the wonderful feedback. This is why I do this program, because I do, you know, I do want everyone in my $7 program to have amazing results. And there's a little selfish ask too, right? Because when you guys get amazing results, I'm like, hey, can you give me a testimonial, right? So and I think it's a win-win situation. I give you guys what you need. You guys give me a little, you know, testimonial, and it's a win-win situation. So I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing weekend. And I will see you guys on the next coaching call where, by the way, I actually have it all here. You guys can't see it, but I've got big plans for you guys over the next couple of weeks. The next coaching call, we're going to start the diversification process where I'm going to start teaching you guys my omnipresent strategy. So you guys stick around. Don't leave me. Don't leave me just yet, just because you mastered Facebook ads. And also, I'm going to make an ask. Bring your friends, right? If you're not a member of my affiliate program, send me a DM. I will be happy to give you a link, because my whole point is like, I want as many people to get their hands on this program as possible, because being omnipresent and being cookieless are the most two important things, the marketing strategies that are going to get us, right? Because your competitors are going to give up. Think about this. Your competitors are going to give up because it's going to get hard, but that's going to create a blue ocean for a lot of you guys, right? Who are going to stick with it and continue. So I love every single one of you guys. If you guys have any questions. So Mo said the calculator is not in the $7 program. Would you like to add that, please? Absolutely. Actually, Leanne requested it. Was it in the question in the 10 on T post for this week? I think Leanne requested it, and I actually put it underneath her thing. So if you go to the 10 on T post for this week, sorry, my voice is like going a little bit. Go to the 10 on T post this week. I got the link to that calculator for you guys. So anytime you need anything, don't ever hesitate. Any feedback, any requests, I am of service to you guys. You guys have an amazing night. Like I said, I love every single one of you guys, and I will see you guys on the next coaching call.
Thanks so much, Laura.
Thanks, Laura.
You guys are very welcome.